What's going on YouTube? You got Matt here, Coach here, much for my Melodic, bringing you my Week 1 battle for the WPL Season 6. Today we face off against Storm Plays, aka the coach of the San Diego Sneasels. I accidentally wrote San Antonio on the layout, that's my bad. It is the San Diego Sneasels. Storm, I believe, was in the playoffs for the last season of the WPL. He's also known as the Hacks God, I guess, of the server. So we have a bit of a rough-ish battle, I guess, going in, and it is going to be a long one, guys. So I suggest putting it at like 1.5 times speed, maybe even 2 times, because guys, like, I'm not surprised this video goes to like 15 minutes, maybe even a little bit more. So yeah, let's get into the battle, guys. Or let's get into, I guess, the matchups. So Storm has Kieran Black, Sylveon which is a Z captain, sorry. He has Primarina, Fortress, Moltres, Alolan Executor, Mega Absol, Sneasel, Azelf, Skarmory, and Cofagrigus. I have Naganadel, Arcanine, Vaporeon, Heracross, Ditto, Murkrow, Mega Latias, Landorus, Therian, Slurpuff, Magneton, and Lycanroc, Dusk. So that is my team for now, guys. Well, that's what I could bring. My team on screen, as you can see, is a Naganadel, which is Yachi Berry with 4 attacks. I have U-turn this week because I just want to make sure I could get out of there on anything he wants to send in for it. I have a Life Orb Lycanroc. I have a Rocky Helmet, fully physically defensive Arcanine. I have a specially defensive Vaporeon. I have a Choice Scarf Magneton, which does a lot of work to his team because he doesn't have a ground type. And then we have a Landorus Therian, which is Focus Sash. It's our lead set. It's just meant to get rocks and explode on something, or hit Power Fire the Fortress or Skarmory that comes in. So that's that. Let's get into the battle, guys. I lead off with my Landorus, as he will lead off with his Azelf, and I'm going to go straight for the Stealth Rocks here, even though this was probably the wrong play, because he goes for the Psychic and does a ton of damage to me. I was expecting the Stealth Rock or Taunt from him, and he goes for the Flamethrower now, and he actually OHKOs my Magneton. That crit did matter, actually, so it really does suck, because, I mean, that's a big crit. But anyways, he will now be able to Energy Ball and take out my Lycanroc, and I go into my Naganadel, and I go for the Flamethrower here, thinking it's going to KO, but it doesn't. I don't know how it didn't, but anyways, I switch out and I go into my Landorus here, sacking this thing off. That really does suck, because now we're down to 3 Pokemon after 5 turns of the game, and I have to now go into my Vaporeon and go for the Heal Bell, and well, I get paralyzed. It's okay, I go for it again as he goes for the Energy Ball, but I get paralyzed again. So we are in a very, very, very rough spot early on in the game, guys. I really want to make sure that we start off on the right foot, but like, it's not happening right now. And I believe I have to pretty much start speeding up the matchup right here, because, guys, it's going to get stally real quick. So I go for the Energy Ball again. I go for the, I get paralyzed on my Wish. I catch my Wish. I get up some leftover recovery. I go for the Heal Bell, the Wish now again, sorry. And I'm going to go for the Heal Bell. I get it off thankfully, and I get back up to like 70%, and I can now go for one more Wish, and then I can Scald, because, I mean, he won't be able to knock me down below 50%. So I go for the Scald now. He goes for the Psychic, doing about a quarter, and we take out the Azelf finally. Just, that thing did way too much work. Too much. I go into my Arcanine here on the Fortress, as he goes for the Gyro Ball instead of the Rocks, surprisingly, and yeah, I can now go for the Flamethrower, or the incoming Cofagrigus, and now I'm going to go for the Toxic. It's the best play for me to go for. That's why I have it. I want to get rid of the Cofagrigus as quickly as possible. So he goes to the Trick Room there, and he has a special defense drop on the Shadow Ball, and that's really big because it forces my Arcanine out now. I don't want to just waste my, what is it called? Morning Suns, there we go. So the game gets really stally. I'm going to go for the Heal Bell there, and unfortunately I don't get it, and he goes for the Memento, and that really does suck, because now we're at, well, -2, -2, and I have to switch out, and thankfully he is physical on his Alolan Executor, thankfully, because if he wasn't, then I'd be very, very, I'd be screwed pretty much. He goes to the Dragon Hammer, and it is lagging now because I'm on fast, and I go for the Flamethrower here, and I knock him below half, and he is actually harvesting Citrus Berry, so yeah, but I go for the Toxic there on the incoming Sylveon. That is perfect, because the Sylveon is a pain in the ass, guys. And unfortunately it has Heal Bell. If it didn't have Heal Bell, we pretty much won right there, because we could just stall it out. But it did have Heal Bell, and that really sucks. So he can now go for the Wish and heal up whatever he wants. I go for the Roar, actually, predicting the Fortress to come in, so I want to get that out and send him into something else. But he stays in, actually, and he gets back up to full, meaning that his Fortress can now take 2 hits, guaranteed, get up his rocks, and spin mine away. So we're really in a hole. I don't have rocks anymore, and he has his own Stealth Rocks, but thankfully he's burned, I guess. It's going to force a Sylveon to go for a Heal Bell, and guys, I just need a Toxic thing. I need to wear it down, and we're 30 turns into the battle, and this is like a 90 turn match. So I go into my Arcanine here, just trying to Toxic this thing, and he's going to reveal the Protect, and I will not be able to get off a Toxic on this turn. So I'm fearing the incoming Fortress, but I have to go with the Toxic anyways. It's my best play, and I go with the Flamethrower, and he stays in Hyper Voices, and I'm just going to skip forward because the game takes a while. It's just over and over, and he finally goes into his Fortress on my Toxic here. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower now because it's right in front of me. That was the wrong play. I should have doubled the Toxic there, but I mean, I want to make sure I had enough Toxics to beat the Sylveon by the end of the day. So I go for the Flamethrower there, I crit him, and that didn't really matter at all, but right here I burn him, and that's the big deal because I didn't want to burn him. I wanted to make sure that I Toxic the Sylveon, so he was forced to go for the Heal Bell. Sadly, I don't get the Toxic, and I'm stuck. Anyways, I'm going to just keep going for my moves here, keep attacking, keep switching out, trying to make sure that I can do my best to wear down the Sylveon. And honestly, I'm really disappointed that I brought Roar this week. Probably the wrong play to make. If I brought Ice Beam, if I brought Toxic on this thing even, if I brought, I don't know. Yeah, Toxic was probably the best bet to bring. Double Toxic was the best thing to do. Anyways, he goes for the Dragon Hammer here. I'm able to take 2 of those, and I can now recover up with a Morning Sun as he goes into his Absol, and he's going to click Swords Dance here as I can go for my Flamethrower, doing over half, which is very nice, and I don't burn him, but I start to sack off my Vaporeon here, and now we're just down to 2. It's a 4-2, and hopefully we can come back, and I can't live a Sucker Punch with my Naganadel, so I have to go with my Arcanine. I Morning Sun up on his Sucker Punch, and now I can go for the Flamethrower, and I finish off the Fortress. So 3-2, and we can still come back. We can do it. He goes for the Wish here, and he's gonna Protect. He has to, and I go for the Extreme Speed just because I didn't want to waste any PP on my Flamethrower when that that was the wrong play. So yeah, he goes for the Z Heal Bell now, and that sucks because that is a 1 PP for Heal Bell that doesn't count. So it's basically like he has 9 Heal Bells now, and that really sucks because I would have worn him out. Oh, there's the phone. 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I brought a friend. I brought a Julia.
A friend.
Okay, a girlfriend, and she's here. She's watching, and guys, super stall. I'm actually gonna speed it up because it's just stall. He finally goes into his Executor. I don't burn it. He gets the Citrus Berry back, and he gets the Wish back, and he harvests his Citrus Berry. So 3 forms of recovery right there. That really sucks. He goes for the Trick Room on my Toxic, Dragon Hammer, and I have to now go for the Flamethrower. Gets the Citrus Berry, and he doesn't harvest it back this turn, or he does actually, sorry. And this is where it starts to get tricky. I have to go for the Morning Sun, and again, I just gotta skip forward because there's nothing I can do. I try and Toxic this thing, Protect, Flamethrower, goes into his, what's it called? Executor, crits me there, and that crit is huge because it's gonna force me to use up 2 Morning Suns, and if he didn't, guys, you're gonna see why that comes into play later on. So I have to go for the Morning Sun once again to be able to live the next hit. He goes for the Citrus, he gets to harvest the Citrus Berry again, and yeah, like, almost done, guys. 10 turns. So he protects all my Toxic. I'm running out of moves. I go into my my Naganadel here, there on his switch on the Absol, and that was terrible. That was like the one turn where I decided to do it. I finally decided to say, hey, I'm gonna go into my Naganadel. It's the perfect time. He actually switches into the Absol. That was horrible. Like, come on. Anyways, if I'd done it 1 turn earlier, this match would be completely different. I get my speed boost here. Wow, the stutter. And he protects with his Sylveon on my Sludge Wave, and unfortunately we don't take it out. It was a roll, I believe. We have to get like a max roll. I think he might live on 1% guaranteed, but anyways, he goes for Protect there, wasting a Extreme Speed, and that is horrible. That's just terrible. Yeah, I couldn't risk him going for the Wish there. I just couldn't. Anyways, he harvests the Citrus Berry, and he recovers, and this is where Citrus Harvest is actually the biggest issue. He harvests the Citrus Berry there, gets Recoil, he will harvest the Citrus Berry now, and get back up again. So I go with the Flamethrower, and he goes to the Trick Room, and he harvests the berry, and he's back up to out of range for my my move. So I'm like the Citrus Berry harvest was like the worst thing in the world. I'm out of Morning Suns, by the way. I'm out of Extreme Speeds, I believe. So yeah, he finally goes down. In comes the Sylveon, and he will now be able to take me out, guys. And that's that. That's the game. We end up losing a very close 1-0. Really sucks. Yeah, so that's, I guess, where the common question of the day comes in. Timer Stall or Hacks? What's worse? For me, Hacks is definitely is worse because Timer Stall is an actual way to win a game. Hacks is like, yeah, it's part of the game. Yeah, it's in the game, but like it involves no luck. Sorry, it involves no skill. It's just all luck. So that's that. Anyways, GG to Storm. Really good game. Sorry about the length of this video, guys. Hopefully you listen to it on 1.5 times speed or 1.25 or 2 times, whatever you guys prefer. But yeah, hopefully next week we have a bit of a shorter battle. Hopefully we can win it next week. I really don't want to go 0-2. But anyways, thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Really sorry about the way I played early on. Magneton switching was bad. Stacking off like 3 mons to the Azelf was horrible. So yeah, and we almost won it. If we had one more extreme speed or one more morning sun, we won that game, and that's the scary thing. So we almost came back. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.